My golden child sister steamrolled our siblings' graduation for her wedding, so I'm dropping out to show her the world doesn't revolve around her. I'm a 23-year-old guy, and I'm one of 7 kids. There's Lydia, 31F, Josh, 28M, Leo, 25M, me. Then there's Aaron, 21F, Nadia, 18F, and the surprise child, Lexi, 4F. With that many siblings, it's easy to feel like you're lost in the shuffle. Some of us have, like, our defined spots, you know? Lydia's the oldest, Lexi's the baby. And me? I'm the one with a kid. Yup, that's my label. I gave our parents a grandchild. And Erin? She's the golden child. She was the last planned kid, supposed to be the one to tie up our family. She was born premature, so I get that my parents coddled her a bit back then. But now, it's way over the top. Erin's getting married, and she recently told us she moved the date up because of a cancellation. At first, I was like, no biggie. They're just getting hitched sooner. But then I found out the new date is the exact same day as Nadia's high school graduation. Erin was all, oh, I feel bad. But she said she was already committed. They'd printed the invitations and everything. My parents usually go all out for our high school graduations, but this time, they're like, sorry, Nadia, we gotta miss yours. We were all, like, understanding at first, thinking it was an accident. But then Nadia told me, and Leo, that she was there when Erin got the call about the cancellation. Nadia straight up told Erin she was graduating that day, and you know what Erin did? She just laughed and took the date anyway. As much as I don't want to admit it, this sounds exactly like something Erin would do. She booked her engagement party on the night of Nadia's 18th birthday. Luckily, Nadia was planning to celebrate her birthday on the weekend, and she announced her engagement at my oldest sister's wedding anniversary. It's always all about her. I called Erin out on this. I was like, dude, Nadia's high school graduation matters. You can't just brush it off. But Erin was like, Nadia's graduation? It's not a big deal. I want to marry the love of my life sooner. And we've been to a ton of high school graduations by now. We still got Lexi's to look forward to. But here's the thing. Nadia's been waiting for this graduation for ages. She watched all of us graduate and have these huge, amazing celebrations thrown by our parents. I asked Nadia what she wanted, and she said she just wanted her own special day. So I told our family that Nadia and I won't be going to the wedding. Leo's on board too. Now, everyone's flipping out. Erin's super pissed, and I didn't make it any better when I told her, hey, since all weddings are the same to you, I can just watch the others get married. Mom's been trying to convince me to go to the wedding, saying graduation's not that important. But I'm like, if I don't stand up for Nadia, it's gonna set a crappy precedent. She'll always feel like she's second best to Erin. I've been getting messages calling me a jerk, an idiot, all that stuff. They're telling me to step up and be a good brother, but I feel like I am being a good brother. My son was supposed to be the ring bearer, but with how my family's acting, I'm thinking of pulling him out too. Dad told Nadia he'll take her to dinner after the wedding. Right now, Nadia's staying with me 'cause Mom won't stop bugging her. So, am I the jerk for skipping my sister's wedding? It's 2 days after the big events, and I finally have an update. I had to cut it down a bit 'cause a whole lot went down. First off, Nadia wanted me to thank everyone who congratulated her on graduating. She was totally blown away by all the support, especially after facing so much pushback from our family. So here's what happened. Last Friday, Leo and I went to talk to our parents and Erin. I wanted to tell them I was pulling my son out of the wedding. Our older siblings ended up showing up too. So it was the 4 of us standing up for Nadia. Leo had talked to them the night before and tried to help them see things from Nadia's side. Apparently, they didn't really get that Erin chose the date on purpose. There was a whole lot of yelling. Erin accused me of trying to sabotage her wedding, and our parents were trying to convince me to let them take my son to the wedding. But I stood my ground. Having my older siblings there made me feel way stronger. I mean, there's only 2 years between me and Erin, so I'm not exactly a super intimidating older brother. Luckily, Lydia was there. Her words carry a lot of weight as the eldest. She didn't give Erin or our parents any room to argue. She told them that Aaron chose the date on purpose, admitted it in front of me and Leo, and that this kind of thing was normal for her. Lydia even said that if they kept blatantly favoring Aaron, the rest of us would go no contact, and Lexi would probably follow suit in the future. Our dad started yelling, and not at us. He was yelling at Aaron. I've never seen him that angry before, and it was crazy to see it directed at her. Our mom told us to leave. We didn't hear from anyone until Monday, when Aaron's fiancé, George, asked to meet us at our parents' place. He apologized to Nadia. He didn't know the wedding and graduation overlapped, and he definitely didn't know Aaron did it on purpose. Our dad was the one who filled him in. Then we had this long talk, and we all aired our grievances. I told our parents that we all felt they valued Aaron more. Like, none of us mattered as much as her. Her artwork was always up on the fridge, and ours was always tossed in some drawer. I told them that as a parent myself, I couldn't imagine treating my kids like that. Erin tried to argue. She was like, "You guys are trying to make me look bad, turn our parents against me, and ruin my wedding." But our mom told her to hush and let us talk. George stepped in and said he didn't expect us to come to the wedding, but we were welcome at the reception. He even said he wished he could cancel the whole wedding, but it would cost him a fortune since he'd already paid so much to move it up. Mom's willingness to listen to us lasted less than a day. By Tuesday, she was begging us to change our minds. Apparently, our feelings didn't matter compared to Aaron's stress and the fact that people would be asking why we weren't at the wedding. I haven't talked to my mom since then. I asked my dad to bring me some of Nadia's stuff cause she's gonna be staying with me full-time. We've officially gone no contact with our mom. Dad took Nadia out for an early graduation celebration on Wednesday. They had this really sweet daddy-daughter date. He apologized for a bunch of things and told her he wanted to do the same kind of thing with the rest of us. But that day was all about Nadia. She was so happy when she came home. In our sibling group chat, she said she really thinks Dad's gonna try to make things right with us, even if Mom won't. Dad even showed up super early the next morning, like 6 a.m., to give Nadia flowers and tell her he was proud of her. George called while he was getting ready for his big day to congratulate Nadia, which I really appreciated. We didn't hear from Mom or Aaron. Our paternal grandma came to the graduation with us. It was an amazing day. We didn't think about the wedding or Aaron at all. We just had a blast together. My son got to wear his aunt's cap and gown and looked so cute, drowning in the fabric. Our grandma even tried on the cap. We took a ton of pictures and sent them to our dad, who posted them on Facebook. He wrote to congratulate both Erin on her wedding and Nadia on her graduation, and we all laughed because we knew it probably drove Erin crazy. We went out for dinner, and as siblings we chipped in and gave Nadia some money for a week-long trip with her best friend, just like someone suggested in the comments on my original post. I texted George to congratulate him. Despite everything, I hope he and Erin are happy together. She might be a handful, but I don't doubt she loves him. Yeah, moving the wedding date was a total jerk move to get more attention, but I don't think she's marrying him just for that. Right now, I'm planning to stay no contact with my mom unless she makes some major changes. My siblings mostly feel the same way, and our dad and grandma are on board with this. Mom's been trying to reach out to me and my partner, mostly just ranting about us not going to the wedding and accusing us of trying to keep her grandchild away. For now, our summer's looking busy. We're planning to do as many family outings as we can before Nadia heads off to college. We also gotta plan Josh's 29th birthday. Dad's even helping out. This might cause more trouble between him and Mom, but for now, it looks like we're his top priority. Lydia's threat really seemed to shake him up. Thanks to everyone who left comments on the original post. They really cheered Nadia up when she was worried about whether she was doing the right thing by choosing herself. Part of me wishes we'd stood up for ourselves sooner, but it took us a while to find our voices. Looking ahead, I know my mom and Erin won't be at my wedding, but I'll have 5 awesome siblings cheering me on, and I'm cool with that. It's been about 5 months since I last posted, and a bunch of people asked for an update, so here it is. A lot can happen in 5 months, and that's definitely true for us. Let's start with July. Erin and George went on their honeymoon, and Mom was a total mess without her golden child around. She wasn't used to having no one visiting. Usually, someone was always at her place, mostly Aaron, but the rest of us would go out of obligation, especially to see Nadia and Lexi. With Aaron gone, and the rest of us no contact, Mom had no visitors, and she hated it. Literally, the day after Aaron left, we started getting bombarded with phone calls. She tried to convince Nadia first. Lydia thought that was a smart move on Mom's part because Nadia's the shyest of us all and more likely to cave. But Nadia said no. Then Mom turned her attention to the rest of us. We all got the same phone calls, her trying to sweet-talk us into visiting, to see things from Aaron's side. She even brought up how Aaron was born premature and how it was a miracle she was alive. Josh told her to be better with Lexi. Lydia just blocked her number. When the phone calls didn't work, she started showing up at our houses. She was spouting the same stuff she said on the phone. She didn't get what she'd done wrong and why we were treating her like this. She called me ungrateful and disrespectful. She said we were just jealous of Aaron for no reason and that she loved us all the same. I didn't say much. I was just trying to keep her from going inside and saying the same things to Nadia, who was in the living room with my partner and son. Her words didn't deserve a response. When she was done, I calmly asked her to leave. But truthfully, I felt like crying. Who wouldn't feel crappy when their mom's yelling at them like that, trying to downplay years of hurt? My siblings and I have been let down so many times by our parents since Aaron was born. They missed out on so many things, big and small. But we always had one thing that was ours. One thing that they never missed, and that was our high school graduations. But they couldn't even give that to Nadia. All we had were those graduations. They missed Josh's college graduation 'cause Aaron broke her leg. I know it was an accident, but they never made it up to him. They never celebrated that huge achievement later. And he just had to deal with it. Mom didn't show up to my partner's baby shower after making a huge deal about it because Aaron didn't want to go and wanted them to get their nails done instead. But, apparently, our jealousy is unnecessary. Somehow, I managed to stay calm when she was yelling at me. But when I asked her to leave, she changed tactics and started calling for my son, trying to get him to come to her, saying she had a right to see her grandson. My partner, who was really angry by then, stepped in and took over at the door. Mom yelled some more, but she left when my partner threatened to call the cops. Mom tried the same thing with my older siblings, but she didn't get anywhere. Then came the Facebook posts. She was making these indirect rants about ungrateful kids and how crazy it was that we could turn against our parents. Aaron got involved while on her honeymoon and called Lydia to scold her for being mean to Mom. But like I said, Lydia's had enough. Whatever she said to Aaron made Aaron stop calling the rest of us. Then there was a Facebook post about how hurt Mom was that she was being kept from her grandchild. There were no names, but we all knew she was talking about my son. Mom's sister called me and started yelling. I just blocked her number. I know Dad was trying to get Mom to leave us alone. He kept apologizing 'cause she just wouldn't listen to him. Aaron came home after 2 weeks. She tried to reach out to Lydia again, asking for all of us to talk. She said, "Clearly you all have some issues to work out." But we didn't show up. Aaron was really mad about that 'cause she's used to getting her way. July wasn't all bad, though. While Mom was going crazy, Dad was still trying to be better. He's really improved a lot. In July, he and I went out for a meal and a drink. He didn't just give some generic apology. He brought up specific things he wanted to apologize for. He thought back on all those years and remembered moments he wanted to make right with me. He apologized for canceling a fishing trip 'cause Aaron needed him. I never really cared about fishing, but I wanted to go on that trip 'cause I saw it on TV. You know, those dad-son fishing trips. I wanted to feel like I was a priority to him. It didn't happen, and I never asked again. But in July, we went fishing. What started as a trip for 2 of us turned into a whole family day out. My brothers wanted to go, then Nadia, and even Lydia, who hates the smell of fish. Dad brought Lexi, and I brought my son. It was amazing. I'm terrible at fishing, but I'm really good at collecting seashells. It was one of the best days ever. Our parents did argue when Dad got home. I wasn't there, so I don't know all the details. But from what Dad told me, Mom didn't get why we were still talking to him, and not her. She was insulted that we were fixing our relationship with him. She was mad that Dad didn't make us forgive her, and that he didn't stop us from acting out. She was also angry that he didn't invite her and Aaron on the fishing trip. And she was really mad when he said their presence would make us uncomfortable. At the end of July, Josh turned 29. We booked an escape room for the 5 of us siblings. Then we met our dad and our partners for dinner. Josh introduced us to his new partner for the first time. For once, all the attention was on Josh. The whole day was about him, which was a first in our family. Then his friends threw him a party, and I ended up with a massive hangover. Mom started giving us the silent treatment in the middle of August. Dad moved out in September. While we were getting the silent treatment, Dad was dealing with the brunt of Mom's anger. It really took a toll on him. He was trying to be better, and she was making us out to be the bad guys. He finally told her that if she didn't take responsibility for her actions soon, he'd talk to a lawyer. Mom didn't believe him at first. He's been staying in Lydia's guest room since then. Mom kept saying that Dad was being stupid for not seeing how we were manipulating him. Unlike the rest of us, Dad still talks to Aaron regularly. And according to him, Aaron even told Mom to think things over. Surprisingly, Aaron's involvement made Mom back off a bit. I'm not sure if she's actually thinking about how she treated us, or if she's just waiting for the right moment to explode again. I know she asked Dad if he was going to move back home, but he said they needed some space for now. Personally, I don't see Mom ever really admitting she was wrong. I think she'll just say it to get Dad back, and us talking to her again. I don't think she'll ever value us as much as she values Aaron. On a brighter note, there's less than a year left until my wedding. Right now, there's no place for Mom or Aaron. My partner, Jade, and I decided to have our dads wear ties that match me and my groomsmen. I didn't plan that at first, but I'm really happy with the change. Nadia's settled in at college. She's made new friends in her classes and is really enjoying it. She's so much happier now. Even though we have a group chat, she FaceTimes me every few days just to talk. Most of what she says I've already read in the chat, but I'm always happy to listen to her stories again. Nadia used to be so quiet, but now she's really opened up.